Hello, this is Mr. Aarons, and we're looking at improving your understanding of the hot task. You had 4 pairs of sauces that you may have chosen or been directed to have. I will be showing you on one that was not of the available options: jalapeno sauce and red hot sauce. Now, I want to figure out what the optimal amount of sauces that I should make from our constraints. Now, there's a lot of variables here. I know we said jalapeno and the red hot. With those 2 sauces, we have the ingredients for them. What I need to know is what the most appropriate number of each sauce is that we can buy. There's all kinds of variables, there's all kinds of things we don't know, but ultimately, so we might not, I know a lot of people said that they didn't know the number of green peppers, and I know that people said that they also didn't know the number of red hot chilies or hot chili peppers. But the thing is, those 2 variables don't help us get the profit. The only way we're going to get profit is from, in this situation, selling sauces. We have a red hot sauce and a jalapeno sauce that are going to be sold here. We don't know, I'm going to make R the number of liters of red hot sauce, and we'll make J, sorry, liters, it's pints. Liters would be a little bit bigger. J is the number of pints of jalapeno sauce. I also don't know the profit, and I don't know the actual cost, but or cost to produce. But I do know that the profit is $1.20 per pint of red hot sauce. So that's 1.2 times R, the number of pints, plus 1.1, $1.10, times J, the number of jalapeno sauce pints. So that's the profit per pint times the number of pints. That'll give us profit plus profit equals profit. Then we also have a cost function. The cost, 8.69, is the cost per pint of red hot sauce, plus 3.59 of the jalapeno sauce. So we have all of this information so far. When we go ahead and we create our visual representation, when we create our graph, we're going to want to do it for R and J because our profit function is based off of those 2 variables. Our green peppers and our hot chili peppers are not going to be our variables because we can't create profit and we can't determine our costs purely off of those 2 things. Now, in order to properly create a visual representation or a graph, we're going to have to look at our constraints. We have to purchase between 500 and 1,050 green peppers and between 650 and 1,200 hot chili peppers. You said that it was kind of I know I just said a second ago that we shouldn't use these as variables, but we can use these to figure out more about our 2 sauces. Now, in our sauces, it says it yields 2 pints. I use my variable R as the number of pints in my for the red hot chili pepper sauce, or the red hot sauce, and J to be the number of pints for the jalapeno sauce. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this into being 1 pint by dividing the entire recipe by 2. So this is 1 pint. So divided by 2, we have a half a pint of tomato sauce, we have a half a green pepper, and we have now 3 chili peppers. In the red hot sauce, we have a half a pint of tomatoes sauce, 4 green peppers, and 2 chili peppers. Alright, so now that we're at that point, that's just for 1 pint. So we know that our number of green peppers has to be between 500 and 1,050. So 500 would be the least amount of green peppers that we can have. And we know we're going to get green peppers from a half of 1 per pint of jalapeno sauce and 4 for each red hot sauce pint. So that gives us 4R plus 0.5 jalapenos. That's the number of green peppers used total. This is the total coming from red hot sauce, and this is the total coming from jalapeno sauce. By the way, this is 0.5. I don't know if we can see that very well. That number of green peppers also has to be less than or equal to 1,050. Now looking at the chili peppers, that has to be between 650 and 1,200. And those chili peppers, we have 2 per red hot sauce and 3 for all the jalapeno sauces. And then also has to be that this is the amount of chilies, 2 for every red hot and 3 for every jalapeno. That has to be less than 1,200, or less than or equal to. Here are, for the most part, our constraints. We also know that the number of jars of red hots should be larger than or equal to 0, and jalapeno jars or jalapeno pints should be greater than or equal to 0. At this point in time, we're ready to graph. We're going to end that as part 1.